here I am again, day 2 or part 2 of pizza/pizza dough. Oh, and look, here's my guest appearing again today. And today, Jake, I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna just roll with it. So I'm gonna roll on this side and you're gonna roll on that side. What are some of the things that we did to prep for cooking?
Wash our hands.
Okay, what else did we do?
Roll up the sleeves.
What else?
Preheat the oven.
What else?
Put the apron on.
Apron on. Mine's here, just down a little bit because we're gonna just roll with it. Got it? Just roll with it because we're using a
rolling pin.
Okay. All right. So here we go. So it says lightly flour surface.
Do you notice, Nick?
Oh, right. And Jake's, my hair is up too. And Jake, today we actually put a, well, it's either, he has to be in the video. I'm making him be in the video.
It's either a hat
it's
or
either that or that. So I chose for him, but now you've just touched your hair again. So he knows what he has to do while I talk. So I was not going to have him look like a bot in my video. So we chose the Knicks hat. All right, so while he's doing that, sorry, my microphone cord is here. I'm going to do what the recipe says, and it says to lightly flour my surface. Maybe you could lower that water a little bit, because I know my students really want to hear my annoying voice. Okay, warm to hot soapy water. He's making sure he gets enough soap, but not a whole container of soap. All right, lightly flour our surface. I sure do hope I have enough flour for this, because I'm running out of flour. I'm going to have to run to the store. So it says to lightly flour my surface. And I took the pizza dough out of my refrigerator about an hour ago and got it to room temperature. And I'm just going to kind of flip that dough out. Maybe you can, Jake, read me what direction number 1 says. Make sure I'm doing it right.
Surface take dough out, guys, and knead a few times.
Okay, so it is a little sticky, so I'm just going to pull it off.
Smells.
I think when I did day 1, it does smell good. I didn't put enough olive oil in the bag, so we always learn from doing things. Learn from our mistakes. I'm just going to put the bag over there. And what did it say? I wasn't listening. I heard you, but I wasn't listening.
Knead a few times.
Knead a few times. So what is a few times, do you think? 10 times?
3.
About 3. Okay, so I'm going to get my flour again. So I'm going to lightly, so I'm going to knead it. I'm going to just get flour all on all the surfaces. So I'm going to push, I'm going to fold, and I'm going to turn. I'm going to push, I'm going to fold, I'm going to turn. I'm going to push, I'm going to fold, turn. Okay. And then when I start rolling it, so I may put a little bit more flour down, because I'm going to roll it out. Can you show them the pizza screen that we're using? Just lift it up. So we're going to be using a pizza screen. It gives a little bit crustier crust,
Yes.
which I like. And in school we have the same type, just actually a little bit bigger. So you are making a full-blown pizza. Okay, so if you want to try this at home, please feel free to try it at home. I'm sure your family would enjoy you making them freshly made pizza. Okay. So I'm going to flatten it with my hands. Can you read the direction number 2 for me?
Form in a disc and flatten slightly. Then using a rolling pin from the center out in all directions, roll out in a
Okay, so I flattened it in a disc, okay, kind of formed it in my hands. I push it down, and then I'm going to take the rolling pin, and I'm going to put a little bit of flour on my rolling pin also. And then I'm going to go from the center out in all directions, okay? And what Jake's going to do is he's going to do number 3 when I huff and puff and try to roll this out. So direction number 3, read it and then do what it says. And tell them what you put underneath.
So I put wax paper underneath because, she's crazy about messes to help with it.
So, but what is...
Lightly grease the pizza screen using olive oil with the pastry brush.
And that's a pastry brush, right. So you're just going to put a light coating. So you see I'm going from the center out in all directions. That's how you're going to get your circular shape. Now some students like to go up and down. That's not the center. The center is the middle right here. So, but I don't know if they can see it. I think our video's a little off today. We may have to push that down.
I will, hold on.
Okay. So the center out. Because I can't restart this video. So can you stop what you're doing? It's beautiful. And just push that down a little. Because we're trying to get my head. Let's hope we don't turn it off. Okay, that's better. So if I have to, I'm going to roll with it. All right, so center out in all directions. Well, how do I know? How do I know how big? I'm going to go about that, or what I can do is keep lifting it up like that. You did a great job, Jake. Okay. So center out in all directions.
Pizza.
So this is what we're gonna have for lunch today.
Lunch.
Sunday afternoon here.
Yep. Did
Making some
schoolwork.
pizza. Yep, Jake just did some schoolwork.
Yep.
Not that he wanted to do schoolwork,
But you know, I had to
Had
do
to.
what I wanted to do.
right? Because he's got a big event today on Xbox. He thinks he's gonna play from 1 till 7 o'clock.
Maybe.
He's out of his mind. Okay, so that I rolled out pretty good. Definitely taking it out and
It's a
making
little
it room temperature, right? But it's gonna shrink a little
Oh, I
bit.
see.
Okay, so it's definitely a little bigger. That's fine.
Alright.
Okay, so you're gonna watch what I do. I make things look a little simple because I've done it over and over and
A
over.
million years.
Okay.
Yeah, a million. No.
20
For
years.
3 years, because you're only like 20 years old.
Oh, right. 20 years at Islip and 1 year in Smithtown. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly fold it. I'm gonna go boom,
Ooh.
and then I'm gonna go boom. And then I took another piece of wax paper because you don't want it on the flour and we don't have a lot of room here. And then Jake's gonna put quickly because it may stick. And then I'm gonna unfold it. I'm gonna take it now and unfold it, boom, boom. Okay, and then I'm gonna fix it.
How did it shrink?
It just shrinks, that's just the yeast in the dough. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take, and I don't want all that flour. Oh well, we're gonna roll with it, and then I'm just slightly bringing it to the edge, and then I take my knuckles, and I'm gonna just form
The crust.
a little bit of a crust. Okay, and what I think. So what we do in day 2, because again, there's not enough time in school. Okay, we're gonna make the crust for part 2 only. All right, and then day 3 you come in and you add the sauce and the cheese, and then the best part
Is you get to eat it.
is they get to taste it,
Very
right?
good.
Okay, so what is my next direction? Because we went off all the
Fold
directions. So
Okay,
we
did fold it up.
folded it, but
Okay,
we,
so now we need to lightly
but,
brush.
but we didn't read them the direction.
Fold up dough to transfer to pizza screen/pan. Form ridge around the dough for a crust. And then lightly brush dough.
So you're gonna do that, and I'm gonna try to read it.
Can
It
I
says
read dough?
Yep, so now you're gonna take that. So now he's going to lightly brush the dough with olive oil, and then you can add garlic powder if desired. And then we're gonna use a fork, and we're gonna poke with a fork all around, because sometimes you get those air bubbles on pizzas. Now I know some students say, oh, I love them.
I don't.
Okay, but he doesn't, if you just heard him. Okay, and neither do I. So if I'm making it, that's how I'm going to wanna teach you how to make it. I guess you could leave them, but then you don't want your whole pizza a big bubble. I've had that happen in the past. Okay,
Really?
so he just did, years ago in the high school. I forget the student's name, but that we opened up the oven and the whole pizza was like one big bubble. I do have a picture of it somewhere. So very light coating, and then I have a fork. I did have a fork. Yep, I have a fork. This is going to add, so what is the olive oil doing? It adds a little bit of flavor, and it also helps the crust brown a little because we're doing this in 3 days. Okay, so he doesn't want any puddles.
Yeah,
You have
there's
a little extra there. You can also get it on the crust. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all around the whole. You could just lay that on the wax paper. You're done with it. And I'm just going to poke it all over the place. Now, I like the smell of garlic. I like the taste of garlic. And when we make this in school again, the whole building likes
It's
the
gonna
smell
like
of garlic. Because again, they want
Can I
whatever
this?
we're making. Yes. So can you grab the garlic powder? We're going to put a little bit of garlic powder. So sometimes the garlic powder comes out a lot. So what you may want to do, put a little bit in your hand. And then just sprinkle a little bit of it around. Okay? So it says to, again, place dough.
Place dough in the oven without sauce to begin the cooking process. Bake to 7 to 10 minutes.
So it usually takes about 10 minutes, okay? So this is the end of day 2, and then we're gonna bring you back and show you day 3. So what are we gonna put on our hands?
Oven mitts.
Oven mitts. So we're gonna put these on and pop them in the oven. If I could show you, maybe you wanna try to turn it. So,
yes, I got this.
but I'm gonna have to take my mic off. So
No,
this
you don't.
This is sour. I don't think.
Is this the right way?
Nope, that's the wrong way.
Okay,
So
right,
let's see
right
what
there.
happens with this. We're going
Right
to
there.
open up the oven.
Which is right there.
Hello. I was like caught up in my microphone, and I like to put it towards the bottom. of the oven. And I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. Actually, I'm gonna go for 7 and then check it from there. I can always add 3 minutes because if I've overdone it, no good. Okay, so I'm gonna, okay, we'll see you in a few minutes
Later.
for part 3. That was part 2 of pizza.
Bye.
Okay, so part 3, day 3 of the pizza. I'm gonna take the pizza out. The timer just went off.
Pizza, pizza.
So I'm just gonna place the pizza pan. I forgot the name of it. You're gonna get over here, or I'm gonna get here.
No, I want here.
You want
Sounds
there?
better.
Okay, but I have everything over
Okay.
there. So we're gonna keep this side. Okay, so basically the crust is all cooked right now. All right. So if we were in school, we would just take the crust and put it like on a
Can I
cooling
touch it?
rack. No, it
Okay.
just came out of a 450-degree oven.
It's not that hot.
Oh my gosh. And now he's probably gonna touch the pan too.
I'm
So
not,
this is
no,
why
I'm
you
not.
always have an oven mitt on.
Oven mitt.
Okay. So this would cool, but we're going to day 3. So let's just see if you can see that. So day 3, can you read?
Day 3. Place crust without sauce in the oven to heat up. Set timer for 5 minutes. Take crust out of oven when timer.
Okay, so that's what we just did because ours came out hot.
Okay. Pour a small amount of sauce in middle of the crust using a bottom of a ladle spread.
The bottom of a who?
Ladle. Ladle.
Okay. The
Spread
bottom of
about
the ladle.
crust into
So I'm
the
gonna take some
edge.
sauce. I like to pour it just in the middle. And do you want to spread it with the bottom of a ladle?
Yeah. No, I want to do the
Okay,
chest.
so I'm gonna just take. So I start with a small amount of sauce. Now he does not like sauce. Okay, so
I like a lot. I like sauce.
we're gonna go pretty light on it. We didn't get any bubbles. It's a thick crust. It's not a thin crust.
It's like
Okay.
Pizza Hut.
Yeah, it's kind of like Pizza Hut. I think we need just a tad more sauce.
All right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little there, maybe a little there.
There.
Okay, and then I'm gonna bring it to the edge because you want about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch for that crust. Okay, and then what's the next direction? Say, Jake.
Sprinkle shredded mozzarella cheese on top. Sprinkle with Italian seasoning if desired.
Okay, so just remember the pan is hot. So he's just gonna take. Let me just show him. He's gonna take handfuls and just get it all over the top. And we want to try to not to get it on the floor.
Can I put it back in? So
Yeah, do whatever you have to, but did you see what I did? So we only have 40 minutes in a period, so right, you can't just take 1 or 2 pieces, okay? And what you should be doing, I'm gonna help you, is not doing it from up here, get nice and close, and you don't wanna just do it in one big pile, because you want the cheese to melt and spread. So one thing he hasn't done with his sleeves, that he should have done with his sleeves, because that's how all the hairballs and things can get into your pizza. And
Sorry.
who wants to eat a pizza with a piece of hair or something in it?
I don't know.
I
People
don't
that
know.
are weird.
Okay, okay.
Like,
Okay, so we're gonna
has
take
hair
this
in it.
now.
Hold on, can I have that last piece?
To do what with it?
Eat it.
Oh my God, and you are not to do this
Yeah.
either, children. If you eat it from here, you do not get it on your pizza. Okay, so now we may be a little light on the pizza, but Mr. Stowers got a whole bag. So if I feel you need a little bit more cheese, I will give you more cheese.
You need more
Okay, but
cheese.
remember, in school, it's not a pizzeria oven. The oven we cook it at 450 degrees. So I knew that we were going to need a little because before the video started, somebody started eating cheese from the bowl that I had already measured out. Not to mention anybody, it definitely wasn't me. But I'm going to just roll with it today. I'm going to roll with the punches, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
fine.
you can add Italian seasoning if you like. I have some red pepper. I actually have chili pepper. Uh-oh, I took the wrong thing out. It's supposed to be crushed red pepper. You could put this on before it goes in the oven, or you could put it on after, depending on what everybody in your group likes or your family likes. So Jake has a thing with green on his pizza, but whether he likes it or not, we're gonna add a little, I just got a face. I can't add this?
No, you can.
Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of parsley and just a little bit of basil, okay?
Itch my hat.
And he's gonna itch his hat. And then we're gonna pop it in the oven for about another 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
All right, so that's gonna go back in the oven. I don't think we're gonna show them going in the oven this time.
I think
But
we
remember, this pan is hot. It's gonna go back in the oven, and then we're gonna show you what it looks like. I'm gonna take this little cheese off. We're going to show you what it looks like at the end of day 3, and we may have to even eat it or taste it in front of you.
We'll get the whole family.
We'll get the whole family? Okay, we'll see
All right,
about that.
later.
All right, thank you for watching. All right, here we go, day 3, part 3. I don't know what part it is now. Pizza, listen, it's beeping.
Oh, it just went off.
Hey, there.
Oh, okay. I forgot I have to entertain.
Okay, so, whoa, watch my cord. Can you just help me here? Sorry, getting a little caught up. All right, so the pizza will come out. Be careful. Again, I have my oven mitts on.
It's very
I
nice.
think I have to bend it a little bit. Okay, so at school, you're going to have a bigger cutting board. I have cutting boards at my house, okay, but they're not big enough to actually totally fit, okay, on it. So I'm going to slide it
Ooh,
on.
smells
Okay, then I will probably take your hot pizza screen. You should try to give it a couple seconds or at least a minute while you're in school. It just came out of a 450-degree oven and it's very, very hot. Okay, so you want to give it a second or two before you actually cut into it. But because we're on video, we may have to get into it right away. So we're going to use a pizza wheel to cut it.
Pizza.
Okay, what happens is, again, I make it look really easy and easy to cut, okay? So when my students try to do it, doesn't always work out that way. They see that it's a little hard to actually cut through. So if you want, I can cut it for you, okay? And sometimes you guys are always looking to see that it's completely equal so everybody gets equal pieces, all right? So we have some plates here. So I'm trying to just give it some time before we actually cut it. So I'm gonna try to cut it straight in half. And it is crisp. Okay, so that was a little dangerous because you put your arm over the pizza wheel.
Yeah, I know. I knew that was gonna happen. I should have.
Okay, but what is Mrs. Sauer gonna do? I'm gonna what? Just roll with it.
I had to think of it for a second.
All right, so I cut one way and it should just cut right in half, all right? And then I'm gonna just squeeze out of my way a little bit. I'm going up on a little curve here. I don't know if Mr. Sauer's gonna come in. Go see if Mr. Sauer Daddy's gonna come in for a taste testing. And then I'm gonna go this way. So remember, it's very, very hot, okay? I know all you guys wanna do is eat it, all right? But it's very, very hot. So you should be able to cut right through it and separate each of them, all right? So this is the end of day 3 or part 3. You're gonna then place it on your plate. One for you, Jake. Oh, did you wanna? Okay, one for, maybe Daddy should get the big one. Is he coming in for this?
Yes, he is.
One for Daddy. And
What's
then-
up, Bob?
Oh, look it's Mr. Sauer. Are you gonna make a guest appearance today too?
I guess I am.
Oh, where is he? Okay.
I am taking a slice of pizza class. Am I getting in on this film?
If you want.
Hello.
Oh, all right.
Thank
so
you.
we're all gonna try the pizza. Just remember, because I know he's very hungry and he likes to eat.
Oh,
a lot,
I eat everything,
but it's
class.
very, very hot, so the sauce can burn you as well as the cheese can burn.
I could handle it, mother.
All right. So thank you for watching, and
Oh, wow, that's delicious.
it is delicious.
This is better than Little Vincent's.
Oh, wait. Let's see.
It's kind of hot, yeah.
It's good though.
Pretty good. All right.
Adios,
you all.
class.
Thank you all for watching.
Yeah,
Hope you enjoyed
that's
our
delicious.
show.
Wow.